Hey gang, sorry for my voice. Larry Bailey here, Awesome Technologies Inc. It is Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, and that means we're getting together as a community in the community call here. And today we're going to be talking all about Encompass, if you want. If you are listening to this on replay, thank you very much. But get over to the live event if you ever have any questions. And join the crew. You can use the chat feature for those that are just joining for the very first time. Thank you very much and welcome. You can use the chat feature over in the interface there, or if you want to ask a question or share your screen on what's going on, you can always do that too. And if you have any friends out there who would love to have a conversation about what's happening on Encompass or Meridian Link or Byte or Lending Pad or Arrive or any of these other platforms, it is not just always about Encompass, but the group wins. If you want to talk about Encompass, we can. We can also talk about some other things in the business in terms of just general workflow. We spent some time talking about how to use OneNote like a champ, which I am not, but we've got others here in the community that are. Same thing with Power BI. Sometimes talk about third-party fees if Elaine is in the house. Or all these kinds of things. So today's topic I've set up just as a default is milestone best practices. But does anyone have any questions about anything going on? Good news, 24.1 release notes just dropped. I've got the recording cut for everything up to break fixes. I know they don't call it break fixes, they call it something else, but basically break fixes. So I should have those, the recording. I broke it into two parts because it's just too damn long. There's a lot of good stuff in there. And so my goal is to get that released here before the week. Right, Angie? There is so much in this release. I know I was going through it. I'm like, okay, that's important. Oh, okay, that's important. It's not like the normal stuff we've seen. And that's just a desktop release. There's a web version release that I'm super anxious to get my hands on to read through, so you can listen to me even more. But it is important. There are some really important updates. There's a paradigm shift coming for us all, and it has to do with app disclosures versus 3-day disclosures. So we know that in doc setup, right, in e-disclosures setup, right. I'll bring it over on screen in a minute. But we know that in doc setup for e-disclosure packages, we all typically always include for the ad application package along with the 3-day. And what we're seeing ICE do for us is to distinguish. We've got a new HMDA.x29 or something like that field. Don't quote me on the field, but it's a HMDA.x something field. That's going to become prevalent in our lives just like 3142. So you heard it here first, maybe. Maybe you heard it somewhere else first, I don't know. But you heard me say it at least. All right, so any questions? Anything going on? It was snowing here in South Jersey today. I nearly died going to kickboxing. And I made it back okay, and now the sun's out. So welcome to Jersey weather in the spring. So let's get talking about, if we don't have any questions, which it looks like we're not, totally fine. One other thing I forgot to say, if anybody's going to Vegas, March 18th to the 20th for the ICE Experience 2024, ICE Experience 24, if you haven't already registered, stay one extra day. You're going to see me along with Noor and Sarani, who are my other two co-owners at ATI, along with Anna, who helps us with marketing. We're going to be there at booth 520. Please stop by and say hi. If you'd like a private meeting to find out anything about that, please let me know. There'll be a link getting out in the socials if you don't know where to find it already to set up any meeting times, and I can show you all the stuff that we've been doing. That was number one announcement. Number two announcement is the wrap-up show. That's on the 21st. Always free to join. Do I know anything? Angie asked me, do I know anything about the new VA review tool? Not firsthand. When you say new, do you mean in the 24.1 or do you mean from the VA? Angie, give me some more insight on that, please. I don't work with many clients that actually heavily lend on VA, so I'm rusty. So does anybody else know anything about the new VA tool? Maybe you can speak up and try to help Angie on her question. If not in here, maybe in the community. It's a new tool coming out with the GSE update this Thursday. No idea. If anybody else knows what's going on, fill it in the chat. I'm completely clueless. Several people are typing Angie, so great question. That's what we're all about, is community, community, community. Wrap-up show, it's free to join. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Local time in Vegas. It's 20 minutes, literally from the Wynn on the way to the airport. Feel free to stop in. The RSVP is there in the community, so you can check it out. Kristen says, looks like it will allow us to deliver files to the VA directly, among other things. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Third announcement, mastering Encompass as an admin and as a user. So I'm kind of tired at watching people have to pay per course and per seat for basic training to advanced training for how to be an admin in Encompass and how to be a user in Encompass. So we've updated it to not just be admins mastering Encompass, but admins and users mastering Encompass. Basically, if you've got, from 1 to 20, you're not paying anything. You're paying as low as $25 per user per month. It's an annual subscription, and if you've got more than 20, it's one flat fee for the entire company. No restrictions on how many people. It's basically me doing what I do, which is showing you how to use Encompass best practice, regardless of your position. I'm trying to get all the knowledge out of my head and into yours so that you can be successful. So hopefully that's helpful out there. There goes that cat. All right, so let's talk about milestones.